Welcome everyone. If you are new to these classes, we're going to be doing some Qigong. Qigong involves movement. Some of you, especially those of you who are doing Tai Chi, may be familiar with many of the moves that we are going to be doing. But since Qigong is the mother of Tai Chi, actually it's like a much bigger perspective. There's a lot of emphasis on energetic stuff, and there is also like massage, tapping, and I would say like very close connection with the acupuncture overall. Those of you who are familiar with in acupuncture, there are these channels, pathways with a lot of points all around the body. And we use those points also more actively in Qigong practice, especially when we do the massage or tapping or something like that. So this in this class, we're going to start with a little bit of a massage tapping combination, mostly targeting the allergies, seasonal allergies, I would say. And we have done most of these in the past, so I trust many of it is going to be already familiar for you. Just before we begin, a lot of times related to allergies, you would feel it in your like sinuses, cavities, kind of congested or runny nose or something like that, or something happening with your eyes. But that's just the symptom. There is something much deeper going on wrong in a way with the body. So that's why these things are happening, and there is this sensitivity, maybe those of us who are struggling with the allergies. For some people, even though there's like tons of pollens outside, nothing is going to happen. Maybe they have a stronger constitution, so who knows. Without going into much of those details, the practice will target like the key organs that may be playing a role, which includes your lungs, the spleen, and overall digestive and absorption kind of functionalities of the body, and a little bit of the kidneys, which supports both organs, and it's also like the foundation. So let's begin. So we're going to start by some like hand stuff. So just bring your fingertips to touch. And there are lots of acupuncture points in the fingers, so just kind of tapping the fingertips like that. And then now find the points like base of the nail beds. But we're going to be doing this massage with the knuckles of the other hand. We're massaging the bases of the nail beds, let's say, with the knuckles. And I know this doesn't feel kind of really the best or easiest thing to do. And then do the other side, again, using the knuckles to a little bit of like activate the energies. There are some good acupuncture points here, and they can be a little bit painful too, but we're just activating them. And the reason why we start with the hands, the drainage, we're gonna try to aim to drain things down from the like nose and kind of head area down to the hands, and then release it out, let's say, to the universe. And now just take a moment for the thumb also, because we didn't do anything, so you're just doing something like that. And then same thing for the other side. And now just cross all of your fingers together. There are again another set of points right here around the hands, which we are activating, stimulating to tonify these big internal organs that I mentioned earlier. Now we're going to do something for this web here. If you are pregnant or if you're thinking there's this possibility, don't do that, please, because it can be really draining point. It can be really just like letting things go down. So just do that also. And now another point, it is right here, the extension of the thumb, let's say, it kind of inner part of the lower arms, let's say. Just the point is right here. You can either like just massage here with your thumb, or maybe to support both of them, I'm doing something like a friction type of a massage, let's say. So I'm just pressing them towards each other. This is like one of the main points to open our lungs and to help with our breathing and relaxing the chest area overall. And then now just shake the hands, feel things almost a little bit like starting to flow downwards. And now bring your thumbs this time, or maybe any finger is fine actually, to this area that's right under the collarbones. Like these are the bones, goes like that. And then right under them, this corner, with your thumb if you like. So just massaging. These are the main points for the lungs. And notice when you press, sometimes you may feel a little bit like, oh, is this a little bit tender for me? Just check it out. Breathing in and out. And now come to the point, which is like the corner. This collarbones come here, and there's almost like a small dip here. Just tap to this area a little bit, like in the middle, the corners here. That's to open the kidneys. And now come to the sides. This is a massage that I like to do almost like every day. The points we are targeting is just like around the nipple line on the side, like mid part of the side of the body. You can do it this way or maybe like that. Again, using the thumb or inner seam of your hands, massaging it a little bit. This point is good for like overall body aches and pains because its energy from here opens out like all through the body. One of the good points for kind of any issues in the body, you can think of it that way. And now bring your hands on your lower back, mostly like the kidney area, and massage, this circular massage to support, to open, activate the kidney energy so that they're going to be supporting your lungs and all the other vital functions of the body. And after you do this, maybe several rounds. Now bring your fingers just to like thymus gland area, kind of the midpoint on the chest bone. Breathe in and out. And then release. Now there is one more point in this like whole systemic approach, let's say. That's at the back. And the point is, like here is the back of your ear, and then the midpoint in your spine. It's like in between, like mid area. And with your maybe index finger, massage that area a little bit like in a circular way. That's to strengthen the defensive chi, as we call it in like acupuncture, which is like our main protector against like pollens or external pathogenic factors. So reverse this a little bit on the other side. And now take your hands in the middle. This is the C7, the vertebra that's almost like pokey a little bit. So just tap on that area. This is also something nice to do actually like in the mornings to activate the yang energy, more like activity, bring some aliveness. So with these points, we are almost like imagining, you can imagine, we're opening like a protective cloak around us so that the body is going to be stronger against external stuff. And then slowly bring just a little bit of almost like this energy towards the front. And then maybe roll the neck a little bit. And then now coming on to the face. So this is going to be covering for both the eyes and then the nose. So bring your thumb on the side here, just like the side, the temple area. Massage a little bit circular one way and then the other way. You can also bring your index finger to the corner here. That's another point. So as you press the index finger here and then circle the sides, couple of rounds. And now just hold your thumb still on the same position, but curl the index finger and then massage the upper part, the eyebrows, and then the lower part. Kind of just circling to activate the circulation in that area so things are flowing. Any stuck stuff, especially in your sinuses, can start to open, letting things to be active. And do that one more time, each side, upper part, lower part. And now we're just going to be doing something like tapping. There are some points around again on your face also, just tapping. The ones we're targeting are especially the ones just like under the eyes, like let's say like almost like the midpoint going downwards. And then we're gonna do one more tapping. This is a point at the top of the head, like one finger into the hairline. This is good for like opening the, just the midpoint, opening the nose. You can do maybe like I do sometimes like one at a time. So whichever kind of feels nice just to activate. The ones a little bit at the back are more for the eyes. And then now come back again to this point, just like 1 centimeter, let's say, into the hairline. And then, let me take this out one more time. And now we're gonna do this massage again to this whole area from the sides of your lips almost, going all the way. And then circling. All this nasolabial groove, let's say, we're trying to activate that area. And try to breathe deep and nice. Now just take a moment to really focus around the nose now. Almost like we started with a big circle, now coming into really to the sinuses, almost like saying them, see, like we did so much for like in the other parts of the body to open you, so just be ready. Circular, reverse the direction. And now come to the area just between the eyes, a little bit of circulation here too. And then come to the beginning of the eyebrows. For this one, you can just press here or do the circular, or maybe as you pressing your fingers here, let the head drop a little bit. So almost like gravity is pushing the head towards the finger. Notice some sensitivity maybe. If this is kind of too much, take the head a little bit up. Or maybe you're just straight up like that and then doing a circular massage. Now from here, just open. Notice maybe some changes are already happening. Now for the eyes, almost like pinching your eyebrows between the two fingers. All the way out to the side. Do that one more time. This is also very good actually for headaches, especially if you have something that goes on like at the back of the eyes. When you squeeze this kind of, this area, there are a couple of acupuncture points again in that area all the way to the side. Let's do one last time. And then just take a moment again, maybe with the index fingers on the sides of the eyes, a couple of rounds of circles here too. And then come back to the nose area. Now this time from the nose, the side of the nose to this beginning of the eyebrow. Same thing, almost like diagonal, just moving this to open up. And then stay really like on the very side of the nose. Now doing something like that and then really breathing. Just take a moment again to spend a little bit circular massage around the like inner part of the inner canthus of the eye. Almost like to your eyes. And then come back here again one more time. Up and down, up and down. And then stay. Now the same thing. This. And then slowly we're gonna release this. Open your fingers like that in a V through the sides. You have your ears in between. And then bring your hands slowly down. And maybe even take this almost like a finishing touches to your shoulders as you are almost like inviting the lymph also to flow downwards. And then all the way down through your heart, through your chest area. downwards, just like simple down, down, down. And then from your arms also, kind of do the same thing, almost like a soothing massage, one side all the way out, and then this side. Let's do one more time, each side. And then down. And then just take a moment to close your eyes and feel the whole, almost like head space. Your nose, eyes. Maybe open your eyes and feel any changes. And breathe and notice any changes again. And as you have this moment of like a real connection with the body, say something nice to yourself. It could be just maybe like a simple thank you, or maybe, that was nice, or maybe like, oh, my dear, whatever kind of feels right for you. Just say something nice to yourself. Have this one-to-one connection. And then slowly moving on from here. So I'm going to move my chair to the side. I will continue now with a little bit more active stuff, but the idea is around the same thing. We're going to be doing again things for the lungs, things for the kidneys, a little bit of the liver, which is partially, let's say, responsible, especially for this time of the year. So same thing, but going a little bit deeper. So just open your stance relatively wide here, not too wide, and then open the arms out to the side. And this is going to be the inhale. And then exhale, soften the knees, take one hand at the front. Inhale, open, again knees soften, and then turning to the other side. Moving side to side like that a few times. Every time when you open the arms, you're inhaling, exhaling as if like you're throwing a ball. Inhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Inhale, exhale. This is one of those like clearing exercises, which can be almost like continued. We could have done something before as well, but this is as if we're trying to change or shift things in the body, anything that feels kind of stuck, releasing it out. And imagine the universe, actually, we're kind of transforming one stuck energy to something maybe moving. Imagine the universe is really supporting you in doing this. So do that a few more times like that. Exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. You can do this very slow if you want. And see what happens with your arms. Things start to feel almost like, oh, this is getting too much, right? Turning side to side. And then slowly, next time when you have the arms here, just stay for a moment, feel the sensations, and then bring the hands onto your thighs. Knees are soft again. Maybe widen your stance a little bit more and turn this into a little bit of a twist, side to side. And make sure that during this session, anything that I'm guiding you is making sense, and then feeling okay with your body. If anything that I'm guiding doesn't feel right, listen to your body. Please modify, adjust. Make sure that you don't have any pain anywhere. Knees are not really moving here. They're in line with the toes. You're just almost like a little bit of twisting, rotating the upper body. And do that one more time each side. Shoulders towards the knee. And then now stay here, just feel this horse stance, feel your strong legs, right? And then open the arms out to the side one more time, and then start to move side to side. You don't need to really do much with your toes. Let's say the position is more or less the same. And then slowly bring the hands in the middle. As you are moving side to side like that, have the hands pushing in the opposite direction. swimming dragon, moving side to side. This action with the hands is kind of rotating everything, as you can tell. And then turning this way. Very active, as you can see, with the legs. A little bit more activation in this one. And then come back to the center. Just stay here. And now bring your feet closer towards each other. And then let the hands start shaking. Kind of nice and easy at the beginning. And then feel your ankles. Almost like bouncing on the ankles. Feel your knees. And then taking the attention to the hips, the hip joints. And then up to the shoulders. And now we're gonna come into almost like onto the tiptoes actually. So next time, inhale. And then lift the heels, keep shaking, and then drop yourself down. And then same thing, we're gonna do this 2 more times. Just shake, shake, shake. Almost like scan through the joints, ankles, knees. Bounce everything. You're kind of letting go of any stuckness, anything that doesn't serve you anymore, bouncing. We're kind of vibrating to release. And then lift the heels. And then drop. One last time like that. Shaking, 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 feeling all of the joints, almost like a quick scan, letting any stuckness, anything that feels kind of not flowing, to be released. And then with your next inhalation, lift. Oops. And then exhale, drop. And then just take a moment to feel now. Bring your hands gently, maybe in front of the belly. Feel your position, almost like adjust your position so that you are completely like aligned. So feet are parallel, knees are soft, tailbone gently kind of tucked under. And then chest long, but shoulders are really down and away, really relaxing. And elbows are a little bit open out to the side. Breathing in, breathing out. Hands are facing each other. And then here, start to feel, bring the attention to the thumb and the index finger. These are for the lung meridian. So feel them as if they are connected. As if like there's a kind of a circle in between. And then adjust your position so they're a little bit, again, wider. So your stance is getting wider here. Knees continue to be soft. Now bring the hands to face down. As you inhale, open the arms all the way out to the side. As you exhale, bring the hands to face up towards the sky. You can move like that in a very simple way without really doing much with the legs. Those of you who would like to have a little bit more kind of a workout, you can really go even wider stance and then go really low like that. It's going to immediately make a difference in your heartbeat. So watch out for that if you want to go. Otherwise, just a soft bend in the knees. Inhaling and exhaling. Opening as you inhale. Exhale. And notice this, or allow in a way, this kind of a movement be a sense of like your whole lung space opening. And then when you exhale, we're bringing the hands a little bit lower. The level is about like the bottom part of the lungs. And since we are also exhaling, we're trying to empty out the lungs so that we take in good, nice, full breath at the end. So inhaling. And exhaling. Let's do 2 more. And just take a moment now to have your hands face down. Just take a moment to connect with the earth. Feel yourself almost like between the Mother Earth underneath and the sky above. You're in this like nature, human universe, our beautiful world. And now from here, bring one hand on your back and then have the hand, let me turn this way, have the hand palm face outside, and this hand is going to be doing kind of same thing or maybe the opposite. The palm is facing outside on this side too. And then we're going to start to make a circle with the front hand. And you can shift your weight slowly, like side to side. This is for the kidneys. Moving a little bit like that. Again, for those of you who would like to go for like a deeper version, you can go all the way down and then come up. This one is actually, the idea is we're connecting with the waters of the world. We're almost like touching, scooping some water and then taking it out and circling around. It feels really nice to do this. I've been doing this recently. We have a lake close by, so I go there and then find a good, nice location. And this is, I do when I feel really like depleted and so tired and so like I don't have any more energy to do. But then I almost like connect with the water and almost borrow, or maybe just I ask for help in a way. Like, give me some of your energy. You seem to be like in such a good condition in a way. And then I do this one. And slowly things kind of start to change. I almost like rebalance myself. Let's do this one last time on this side. And then change. Now bring this front hand back. Again, face it outwards. And then this hand comes to the front. This two, and then the third one are from another set we did last time. This is a different version for the 5 elements. But the idea is the same. We are supporting, tonifying or enhancing the circulation in the pathways, the channels for this meridian now. This is for kidneys and bladder. The pair, they always go in pairs, moving side to side. You can gaze with your hand towards your hand, actually, just like having the attention completely on your hand, and almost like feel as if you are doing something really magical. That's what I do when I do this outside. Really getting connected with the simplicity and the beauty of the nature, especially these days, given all the flowers and trees, so active. It helps me a lot, I would say. Let's do one last time. And then come to the center. Again, just take a moment to let your hands face down. Adjust the position if you need to. But still, we're in a wider stance and knees are soft. Just taking a moment to nourish the chi. We do some like yang, very active moves, and then just take a moment to do some yin, nourishing yin, because Qigong is so much about the balance. A lot of activity, and then taking a moment to feel. So the next one is going to be for the liver, which can be very active this time of the year. And liver is on our right side. It's a big organ, actually. So we're going to be doing a little bit of almost like oblique work. I sometimes think of this one. So one hand is going to push your leg or knees. They don't move at all on this one. So they're kind of facing the same. So make sure that you're just moving the upper body. And you go sideways like that as you push the palm away. And then bring it back. And then push to the other side. So the upper body is very active, but knees, no action is happening there. So please pay attention to that so you don't hurt your knees. Side to side like that. Exhaling, pushing. Inhaling as you draw the head back. And then pushing to the other side. Really like we're playing, let's say, with the more activation of the liver, let's say, as the organ, and the pathway is also through the inner legs, so we're working the whole, like the energetic pathway, let's say, and then the physical organ itself. So moving like that. Some people would like to turn quite a bit. If it feels accessible, you can do almost like sideways reach. Maybe just reaching towards the front is also okay. So when you push the hand is quite active. It's not just like random push. So pushing the base of the palm away. And then one more time each side again. So this was the very active versions of 5 elements practices, and just taking a moment here now in between. Maybe bring your stance a little bit closer if you need to, or adjust or kind of move on. But just take a moment to feel. Maybe bring the attention to the sides, or like just above the waist, the oblique area. Any changes in that part of the body? And then we'll go back to the set that we did last week, actually. That's going to be for the heart. So you're just going to be, maybe bring both hands here. And then you're going to be moving your hands. This time, hand is facing towards you. The palm is facing towards you. And you are moving side to side. The weight is shifting. The back hand is coming. They meet, the hands meet, and then you switch them on the sides. This is also one of the very classical movements from Tai Chi. Cloud hands. And you are having the upper hand around the eyes. Some people would like to have it a bit lower around the heart. All is okay. But just feel this moving side to side and allow this to be almost like a moving meditation. That's also another thing for Qigong that we do a lot or talk about a lot. Side to side. Everything is coordinated with the breath, as you can feel. Let's do one each side. And now take a moment again to come and just stay in between, almost like resting in between. Just feel or integrate in a way this movement that you have done, focusing or covering the heart. Feel your breath almost like expanding the chest and then the heart. Moving on to the next one. That's going to be for the digestive system overall, spleen, pancreas, stomach, and so on. And for this one, you're opening the hands out to the side, and then you are bringing the hands not like this as we did earlier. This time they come together in between, and the idea is we are in a releasing when we do it this way. And this one is going to be inhale. The inhale, exhale is different from the first flow movement that we did earlier. And the hips are also gliding back. And then as you lift up, you are gathering from the nature around, exhaling. And then inhaling. Reaching through the front, almost like a, and then back. Pebble in the palm. Feel as if like you drop a pebble and then it kind of ripples out. A couple of more like that. Those of you who would like to go deeper in the squat, you can do it this way as well. So that you will start to feel your legs and then the heartbeat changing quickly. Exhaling and inhaling. Feel as we do this, you are almost like gathering things, maybe qualities or energies from the nature around you that you may like to have more of in your life, and that you're almost like storing them in your solar plexus area. It may be just simple kindness, or maybe care, or maybe strength, or more, I don't know, health, or whatever kind of that you guys would like to have more. And then slowly, let's do one last time. We're going to come into a hold in between, exhaling, and then inhaling. And then just take your hands. This time, they're kind of facing each other, one up, one down. We're going to do just one last thing. Feel that you have this like energy ball in a way that you have generated now with all this movement. Now we're going to be slowly opening the hands away from each other. And then they're going to come something like that. And then here they will change. So the upper hand will go lower, lower hand will go upper. So you are compressing the pearl, that is called, sometimes we do this at the end. And then open it again, like all the way. Sometimes things get kind of a little bit confusing, so it's okay. And then turn them around and then find the other hand on top. And every time when you bring the hands closer, bring them even closer as we keep kind of this sense of compressing the pearl, which is like the energy that we are cultivating, and then opening out again. And then change. Getting even closer to each other. One last time, maybe like that, opening. And then bringing the hands really close to each other. Just feel as if you have this really tiny energy ball, or maybe like a pearl between your hands. And then just play with it now. Change the hand position. Feel the energy, the sense of maybe almost like magnetic pull. Sometimes I feel it. Sometimes just tingling in the palms. And just play with it like up and down if you like. Tiny, teeny moves. And then you're almost like brightening up. It's small, but you're brightening up. Almost like you are giving to it and you are getting from it. Receiving and giving. Feeling almost like just a tiny part of the universal energy in between your hands. And then slowly from here, we're going to now bring the hands on top of our abdomen, cross the web of the index and the thumb, and gently circle. Imagine now you are really taking in, receiving this energy that you have gathered. You have really almost like in cooperation with the universe, let's say you generate it. Reverse the circle a couple of times as you are really storing it now in your abdomen. Just hold it here. And imagine you are really pushing it in to store. And now slowly bring your feet closer towards each other. And now soften everything. Feel yourself like a bamboo in the wind, as we say. Just rocking, swaying a little bit side to side. Notice how the body almost like finds the balance on its own. But allow yourself to almost get a little bit like destabilized here, almost like move to the one side. And then feel this like something in your belly almost brings you back to the center. Just notice those. Breathe in and out. As we come to the end of the practice now, just take 3 nice breaths and sigh it out with the third one. Last breath here. And then from here, we're going to be moving to the guided meditation. So feel free to lie down for this one. So it's going to be about like 15 minutes or so. So find a very comfortable position or go ahead and lie down. Just make yourself comfortable. If you are seated, have this sense of uprightness, almost like inner liftedness coming in from the spine. If you are lying down, have the spine almost like in the middle, and then open the hands and feet equidistant from the center. Just a position that you may be feeling very comfortable. And inviting almost a sense of like relaxation and softening even more. Maybe there is a little bit more like a different type of an awareness as you come into this position. Maybe you're more aware of the points your feet are touching to the ground, or the sense of uprightness in your spine, the points that you are touching to the chair with your buttocks, with your legs. And then feeling your neck almost a little bit like longer than usual, so chin is slightly tucked. Spine is upright, lifted almost. And against this upliftedness, relaxed muscles, feeling your arms sinking almost a little bit like lower down to the ground, feeling the gentle pull of gravity. Feel the length and volume of your legs. Feel the tips of the toes. And then from there, just taking the attention almost like as if you are scanning the whole body, slowly moving upwards. Ankles, knees, hip joint area, shoulders, and then your whole head. Just sensing the whole envelope of the body. And notice the mind, if it is somewhere else. Invite it to be curious about all these sensations of vitality, the aliveness that's happening in your body right now. As you are feeling your whole body, notice the breath that's happening right now. The body maybe just gently expanding and contracting. You don't need to change the breath. Feel your whole body breathing. And as you are receiving this breath, this energy, this life force from just around you, Notice that this is actually a gift, almost like from the trees and plants around us. They make our oxygen and then we take that in. Some people call these like silent gifts from the nature. This kind of breathing goes really nice outside also. So just notice yourself breathing in the gift from the nature. And then releasing, knowing that the universe is going to take up your used or almost like not needed energies and will recycle. There's this amazing intelligence or the structure that's already in place. And now turning the attention one more time towards your feet, ankles. And now we're going to just add on some imagination. Feel yourself really connected with that part of the body. Your feet, ankles. And notice as you are taking the breath, imagine you are giving or almost like conveying or transferring this silent gift from the nature that you are taking to your feet. If you have any issues in your finger, your toes, or anything in your feet, ankles maybe, imagine you are really covering them or just showing your really good care as you are almost like delivering this gift with your breath and attention, more importantly, very kind attention. Almost saying something like, oh, this is for you, my dear feet, toes, and everything in your feet and ankles. And now slowly taking the attention upwards through your lower legs, all the way to the knees, and then up through the hip joints. So feel again your whole legs, the length, the volume, the aliveness, any sensations. And notice the attention really there in your legs, and then doing the same thing, sharing this silent gift that you're taking from the nature with your lower limbs, let's say, all both legs, feeling them, just like this attentive care would make a great connection, will show or will make your legs feel that you are really aware of them and sending them this gift. Gift of aliveness and then gift of care, gift of life force, fresh, oxygenated, full of vitality every breath, with every breath. Adding a thank you, maybe, to your legs. And now bringing slowly the attention to your hands, feeling all the fingers, wrists, elbows, shoulder joints. Feeling this tingly aliveness that's going on inside. And then the same thing, almost like I'm fully aware of you. My arms, my hands, my fingers. Here it comes. the gift from the nature. Use it as you will. And now taking the attention to your torso, trunk, like the whole body, feeling it from the buttocks and then upwards, mid part of the body, upper part, chest area, all the way up to the shoulders. Just recognize that you have a lot of internal organs in that space. All the organs that we work today, from kidneys to lungs and heart, stomach and everything else, liver. Just with your almost like imagination or intention, as if you are covering your whole internal organs, doing the same thing, becoming fully aware of them, and then saying, here is the silent gift from the nature. With my attention, I'm just sharing it with you. Thank you for being together, almost like in this life. Feel the breath really spreading through all of the cells in your trunk and your whole body overall. And now bringing the attention to your head and face. As you feel all the tingling sensations again, soften if it is any kind of tension around the head, around the forehead, or in your sinuses, anything that feels congested in a way, in your face. Maybe a sense of sometimes like brain fogginess, this kind of like fuzziness in the head. Just allow them with this attention, and then as they receive the silent gifts from the nature, allow them to be almost like brighten up, lighten up. Sending your loving care and attention to all the sense organs, your brain, savoring the silent gifts, aliveness, vitality, oxygen that we are receiving from the nature around. And now just taking a moment to cover your whole body, from the top of the head down to the tips of the toes. Letting the breath almost like really nourish all of the cells of your body. Feel your sense of like inner connection with the whole body. As we slowly come to the end of the practice, allow this, your awareness of the breath again come to the forefront. And notice the connection, the breath, the body, always together, moving together. And when you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Come into any small movements that may feel like doing. Your body wants to do something right now. If there is anything, maybe any stretches. And then fully opening your eyes if they are not there, and just take a moment to connect with the outside world again. And notice how it feels inside now. Maybe a little bit more balance. Maybe a little bit more harmony. Or if nothing, maybe just a little bit more connection. Maybe you finally realized how the body is feeling inside out. Or how your mind was busy. It's all good. Just like deep, nice connection that you may have established with yourself. Thank you, everyone, for your attention.